And welcome to Writer's Life, the place where you get the sights, sounds, smells, tastes of my particular writer's life, where you get the truth about the writer's life, where I can see you. Um, Subscribe, punch, tap. You know the drill. Um, so there's a can of Budweiser in the thumbnail, right? So there's this controversy, as the Brits like to say, over Bud Light right now because I guess they came out with I don't know, was it like a trans advertisement for it or something like that? I'm not sure. Anyway, this is all in response to this horrible shooting that happened in Nashville, where two children got killed, got shot, um, and by a trans person who I'm not sure if they were transitioning into a man or a woman, whatever. But it seemed that society in general was sort of it almost seemed like they were taking the side of the killer, um, which I don't think deep down inside people would do that, but they were just trying to maybe raise some sort of awareness that these people suffer or whatever. Anyway, Budweiser, in answer to this, Budweiser came out with their own, especially Bud Light, like with, like we support the community and all that sort of stuff and whatever. And so, being a Bud drinker myself, like I know what the audience, what who they appeal to, and they generally appeal to like, the construction worker, which I used to be, the the cowboy, kind of the all American type of male who works hard all day, then goes out and has a couple cold ones, that type of thing. Um, and I just like it because I like it. I've liked it since college, and I've tried many other beers. I hate craft beers. Um, they're too heavy and sweet and whatever, and too. Some have too much yeast in them. Some have too much wheat in them. Some of them have like flavors in them. I hate them. Can't stand them. I'll go without if it's just a craft beer. Like there's several bars around here, restaurants, whatever, that serve really good food and stuff, but I avoid them because they don't serve Bud. So we've got this like boycott going on, and like one individual, one man who sells Bud Light, he's like, look, I can't feed my family unless I move this product. So can you just get over yourself and go back to buying Bud Light, whatever. Um, these types of things just kind of amaze me, but I think Anheuser-Busch in general made a mistake by just sort of hurting their audience. Um, that's not a knock on anybody or anything. To be honest, like me as like you know, someone who doesn't conform to any political persuasion or anything like that, who's completely independent. I really don't give a shit what people do behind their bedroom door or whatever, so long as it's consensual and they're adults. I don't, and if you want to be whatever, as long as you're not hurting anybody. The person in Nashville definitely hurt somebody, killed four people, and so that's a problem. But what do I think about this boycott of Bud? I think it's kind of ridiculous. You know, um, go ahead and drink your Bud. I mean, I haven't stopped. You know, there's worse things in the world we have going on right now. We got the war in Ukraine, which I believe will be over by the end of the summer. We got banks failing. We've got um, inflation, which, although it showed some signs this week of maybe coming down a little bit, it's not. Food prices are not coming down. Cost of living prices are not coming down. Energy came down for a little bit, but now it's on its way back up. because the Saudis are sticking it to us. We got the open border. We got hundreds of thousands of kids and people are dying from fentanyl. This country's in rough shape. We get shootings almost every other day. Crime is rampant in most cities. So the Bud Light thing, to me, is about as small potatoes as you're going to get. We got we've got way more important concerns. Wouldn't you agree? Anyway, someone's chiming in. If my eyes look all erect, it's because I was outside working and the allergies are everything's budding. It's spring and it's killing my eyes. Big Philly. I used to love Bud, but can't drink now because of with diabetes. Yeah. So it's easy for him to boycott. Yeah, you got to watch the drink. I had an uncle, a granduncle. They used to call him Moonshine. That's how much he drank. When you get the nickname Moonshine, it's probably not a good sign. And he ended up losing both his legs, from diabetes. So you got to watch it. I always say, drinking is a privilege, not a right. So don't abuse it. Not that you, Big Philly, were abusing it by any means. You probably got diabetes because maybe genetically it runs in your family or something like that. Down 34 pounds. Excellent. Good for you. In 2 months. Wow. That's fast. Off insulin. Great for you. Good for you, buddy. Keep it up. Because we want you around a long time to write your stories. So anyway, that's all I got for you today. I just thought this would be different because the boycott has made news, and I thought I would talk about it. It's part of the writer's life. And in about an hour and a half, I'll be cracking a buck. All right. Thanks for chiming in, Big Philly. And I'll catch you guys tomorrow, God willing. And ciao.